Why you're so tired. The real reason. Modern life exhausts you. Every morning, millions of people around the world wake up and ask the same question: why am I so tired? You probably asked this question today. Maybe you're asking it right now as you listen to this, drinking your second or third cup of coffee, wondering why you feel exhausted even though you slept 7 hours last night. You're not alone. People in New York feel this way. People in London feel this way. People in Tokyo, São Paulo, Mumbai. We're all asking the same question. And today, I'm going to give you the real answer. Now, this isn't another story about putting your phone away before bed or drinking more water. Those tips are fine, but they miss the bigger picture. The real reason you're tired? It has nothing to do with your personal habits and everything to do with the world we live in today. So, if you want to understand why modern life drains your energy and learn practical ways to fight back, stay with me. This story will change how you see your daily exhaustion. Meet your ancient brain. To understand why you're tired, I need to take you back in time, way back. Let's meet someone I'll call Anna. Anna lived 50,000 years ago. She had the same brain you have today, literally the same model. But her life? Completely different from yours. Listen to Anna's morning routine. She woke up when the sun rose. She decided what to eat from the food they found yesterday. She checked if the water source was still clean. She chose whether to gather plants or help with hunting. That's it. Anna made maybe 20 important decisions in her entire day. Her brain had time to rest between each choice. She spent hours just sitting, talking with her family, watching the fire, looking at the stars. Now let's look at your morning. Should I shower now or after breakfast? What should I wear today? Do I have time for coffee? Which route to work is faster? Should I answer this message now or later? What should I eat for lunch? Do I need to buy groceries today? Should I call my mother back? What should I watch tonight? And it's only 8 in the morning. You've already made more decisions than Anna made in her entire day. Here's the shocking truth. Modern humans make thousands of decisions every day. Anna made about 20. Your brain is doing 100 times more work than it was designed to handle. But here's the problem. You have Anna's brain trying to live a 2024 life, the hidden battle in your brain. Every time you make a decision, something happens in your brain that you can't see or feel, but it's slowly draining your energy. Imagine your brain is like a busy kitchen in a restaurant. Every decision you make is like cooking one dish. To cook each dish, the kitchen needs special ingredients and clean counters. But here's what happens. After you cook each dish, some mess stays in the kitchen. As you cook more and more dishes throughout the day, the mess starts to pile up. Soon, your kitchen is cluttered, the counters are full, and it becomes harder and harder to cook new dishes. This is exactly what happens in your brain. Every decision leaves behind some mental mess. By noon, your brain is like a cluttered kitchen, and making new decisions becomes exhausting. Scientists call this decision fatigue. This is why you can feel completely tired after a day of sitting at a computer, even though you didn't do any physical work. Your brain has been working overtime, and it's full of mental trash that needs to be cleaned up. Anna never had this problem. She made so few decisions that her brain never got cluttered. It was like having a small, simple kitchen that's easy to keep clean. But your brain? Your brain is like trying to run a 5-star restaurant kitchen every single day. The coffee trap. Now let me tell you about another chemical that's making you tired. It's called adenosine. Adenosine is like your brain's natural alarm clock. As you use your brain throughout the day, adenosine slowly builds up. When there's enough adenosine, it tells your brain, hey, you're getting tired. It's time to rest. This system worked perfectly for Anna. When adenosine built up, she felt sleepy, so she rested. Simple. But modern humans discovered something called caffeine. Caffeine is like putting tape over your brain's alarm clock. It blocks the adenosine, so you can't hear your brain saying, I'm tired. Here's what happens when you drink coffee. First, you feel awake and energetic because you can't hear the tiredness signal. but adenosine keeps building up behind the caffeine wall. When the caffeine wears off, all that adenosine hits you at once. This is called the afternoon crash. It's like ignoring fire alarms in a building. Just because you can't hear the alarm doesn't mean there's no fire. Just because caffeine blocks tiredness doesn't mean your brain isn't tired. Most people's solution? More caffeine. And the cycle continues. By the end of the day, your brain is overloaded with adenosine, cluttered with mental mess, and you wonder why you feel exhausted even though you, quote, didn't do anything physical. How modern life destroys sleep. Let me tell you about Mark. Mark represents millions of people around the world. Mark gets home at 7 p.m. after a day of non-stop decisions. His brain is already full of mental clutter and adenosine, but he has more to do. 7:30 p.m. Mark opens his laptop to finish some work. More decisions, more mental mess. 8:30 p.m. He's tired, so he drinks coffee to push through. This blocks the adenosine that's trying to make him sleepy. 9:30 p.m. Mark decides to relax by watching something on his tablet. He spends 15 minutes choosing what to watch. That's more decisions. Then sits in front of a bright screen. Here's the problem. Mark's brain thinks that bright screen is the sun. For millions of years, humans used sunlight to know when to be awake and darkness to know when to sleep. The bright screen tells Mark's brain, it's still daytime. Don't release melatonin yet. Melatonin is the chemical that makes you sleepy. But Mark's brain refuses to make it because it thinks it's still afternoon. 11 p.m. Mark finally goes to bed, but he's not sleepy. He looks at his phone for just 5 minutes. Another bright screen telling his brain to stay awake. 12:30 a.m. The caffeine finally wears off. All that adenosine floods Mark's brain at once, and he crashes into sleep. 6 a.m. Mark's alarm rings. His brain has only had 5.5 hours to clean up all the mental mess from yesterday. It's not enough time. Mark wakes up with yesterday's mental trash still in his brain and immediately starts creating new trash with new decisions. This is why Mark feels tired every morning, no matter how much he sleeps. Social media, the energy vampire. There's another modern invention that's stealing your energy: social media. Every time you open Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or any social platform, your brain has to make thousands of tiny decisions. Should I like this post? Should I comment? Do I look good compared to this person? Should I post something today? What do people think about what I posted yesterday? Should I follow this person? Should I buy what this influencer is selling? Each scroll is a decision. Each post you see triggers thoughts and comparisons. Your brain is working constantly, even though it feels like you're just relaxing. Anna never had to compare her life to 500 other people every day. She knew maybe 50 people in her entire lifetime. You see 50 people before breakfast on your phone. Social media doesn't just steal your time. It steals your mental energy by forcing your brain to process more information and make more comparisons than it was ever designed to handle. Fighting your natural clock. Modern life has created something that never existed before: constant time pressure. Anna woke up when the sun rose and slept when it set. She ate when she was hungry. She rested when she was tired. Her life followed natural rhythms. Your life follows artificial schedules. Wake up at 6:30 a.m. even if your body wants to sleep until 8. Eat lunch at exactly 12 p.m. even if you're not hungry. Work until 5 p.m. even if your brain is tired at 3 p.m. Sleep by 11 p.m. even if you're a natural night person. This constant fighting against your natural rhythms creates stress. Stress produces chemicals that keep you alert when you should be relaxing. It's like having a car alarm going off in your brain all day. The result? You're tired from fighting your own biology every single day. What you can do. Real solutions. I know what you're thinking. This is all very interesting, but I can't go back to living in a cave. I have a job, responsibilities, a modern life to live. You're absolutely right. We can't change the modern world, but we can change how we navigate it. Here's what you can do. First, make fewer decisions. The goal is to reduce choices about unimportant things. Plan your outfits for the week on Sunday. Prepare the same breakfast every day for a month. Choose your lunch spot for the week in advance. Set specific times for checking email instead of checking constantly. Real example, Steve Jobs wore the same black shirt every day. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray t-shirt. They eliminated clothing decisions to save mental energy for important choices. Second, take power naps. Remember that messy kitchen in your brain? A 20-minute nap is like having someone come and clean your kitchen in the middle of the day. During naps, your brain clears out mental mess. You wake up with a cleaner, more efficient brain. How to do it? After lunch, set a timer for 20 minutes and close your eyes. Don't worry if you don't fall asleep completely. Just resting your brain helps. Third, use caffeine smarter. Instead of drinking coffee the moment you wake up, wait until 9 or 10 a.m. This lets your natural energy kick in first and makes your caffeine more effective. Stop drinking caffeine after 2 p.m. This gives your body time to clear the caffeine before bedtime. Fourth, control your phone. Your phone is a decision-making machine. Every notification forces your brain to make a choice. Turn off all non-essential notifications. Put your phone in another room when you sleep. Use Do Not Disturb mode during focused work time. Check social media only at specific times, not constantly throughout the day. Fifth, create an artificial sunset. 2 hours before bed, dim your lights and avoid screens. This tells your brain to start producing melatonin. If you must use screens at night, wear blue light blocking glasses. Sixth, do an energy audit. For 1 week, notice when you feel most energetic, when you feel most tired, what activities drain you the most, and what activities give you energy. Use this information to restructure your day when possible. The bigger picture. Here's something important to remember. Feeling tired in the modern world doesn't mean you're weak or lazy. It means you're human. Your tiredness is not a personal failure. It's a natural response to an unnatural environment. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's just being asked to do too much. The good news? Once you understand what's happening, you can take control. You can't change the modern world, but you can change how you interact with it. Every small change you make, every decision you eliminate, every boundary you set, every moment you give your brain to rest, is an act of self-care and rebellion against a system that profits from your exhaustion. Learning English and energy. If you're learning English and feeling exhausted, there's another layer to consider. Learning a new language requires enormous mental energy. Every conversation in English is like solving hundreds of tiny puzzles in real time. What's the right word? Is my grammar correct? Am I pronouncing this right? Do they understand me? What did they just say? This is why you feel so tired after English conversations, even short ones. Your brain is working twice as hard, once to understand the language and once to communicate your thoughts. This is normal and temporary. As your English improves, these decisions become automatic and require less energy. For now, be patient with yourself. Schedule rest time after intensive English practice. Your brain needs recovery time just like your muscles need rest after exercise. Your energy, your choice. The reason you're tired isn't because you're not strong enough for modern life. It's because modern life wasn't designed for human brains. Understanding this changes everything. It means your exhaustion makes sense. It means you're not alone. And it means there are real, practical things you can do to feel better. Remember, you have an ancient brain living in a modern world. Every decision costs mental energy. Your tiredness is a signal, not a weakness. Small changes can make big differences, and rest is productive, not lazy. Your challenge: choose one strategy from today's story and try it for 1 week. Just one. See how it feels, then add another. You don't have to live exhausted. You don't have to accept constant tiredness as normal. You have more control than you think. The most important lesson: in a world that profits from your exhaustion, Taking care of your energy is a revolutionary act. Start small, start today. Your future self will thank you. Thank you for listening to English Life Stories. If this story helped you understand your tiredness better, if it gave you hope that you can feel more energetic, please hit the like button. It really helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. And share this with someone in your life who always seems tired. They might think they're just weak or lazy, but now you know the truth. They're not tired because they're weak. They're tired because they're human, living in a world that wasn't designed for human brains. Until next time, remember, start small. Start today. Your future self will thank you. I'll see you in the next English Life Story, where we'll explore another mystery of modern life together. Take care of yourself and take care of your energy.